Hi there, students. It's Ms. Zhang, just here to show you the lesson, and then I'll be back tomorrow. So today we're talking about conditional statements, but also the inverse, converse, and contrapositive. So after you guys watch this video today, there is an assignment in Schoology and also a quick check, so don't forget to do that as well. Okay, well, let's get into it. So we are looking at this advertisement, Amazon.com, and you're done. And we have to come up with a conditional statement for that advertisement. So I think that means something like, I can shop at Amazon and get all my shopping done. Like, I don't need to go to a million different stores. So I'm going to say, if you shop at Amazon.com, then you can do all your shopping at once. And so today we're talking about how to change that conditional statement into the converse, the inverse, and the contrapositive. So let's talk a little bit about what each of those is. The converse is when we're going to switch the order. So instead of the P part first and the Q part second, we're going to switch it to Q and P. But we have to keep the ifs and the thens in the same spot, okay? So it's going to be something like this. If you can do all your shopping at once, then you are shopping, too many P's, at Amazon.com. So notice I changed a little bit of that sentence. It said you shop at Amazon.com. I said you are shopping at Amazon.com. It's okay to change it so that it makes sense in English, as long as you're swapping that order and you're not changing like exactly what it said. You can change the tense, you can change the words a little bit, but you're really just switching it around. So if you notice, I took this you shop at Amazon.com. I put that kind of at the end, and I swapped the second part, the conclusion, to be the hypothesis. So it's just switching the order. So that's the converse. Okay, the next one is inverse. Inverse is where I'm going to add nots, but I'm going to keep the same order of the conditional statement. So I'm going to keep that as like the Amazon part first, then I'm going to add a not. If you do not, or I'm just going to write don't, shop at Amazon.com, then you can't do all your shopping at once. So notice how I just added the contraction here, don't and can't. I made it so that I'm saying the opposite, basically. If you don't shop at Amazon, then you can't do all your shopping at once. One thing to mention that if your statement already has a not in it, you're going to take away the nots. And so we'll take a look at what that might be like in a little bit here. Okay, and the last one is contrapositive. This is basically both the converse and the inverse. We're going to switch the order, and we're going to also add nots. Okay, so I'm going to say, if you can't do all your shopping at once, then you aren't shopping at Amazon.com. And basically, guys, what I'm doing is I'm taking this converse right here and I'm adding nots to it. So to find the inverse, I'm adding nots from the conditional, add nots there. And then to find the contrapositive, I'm adding nots to the converse, because the converse is already switching it. I have to switch it and add nots. So when I look at it, I look at the converse and I just add the nots to the converse. Okay? So that's contrapositive. All right. The next example, we got Dunkin' Donuts here. America runs on Dunkin'. So let's write a conditional statement for that. America runs on Dunkin'. Well, that to me says that if I drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee, then I will have a lot of energy. Because it's saying America runs on Dunkin', that's, we're running on some sort of fuel or something. Okay, so the converse, again, converse is I'm going to switch the order. So I'm going to take my Dunkin' Donuts have a lot of energy. I'm going to switch the order there. So if I have a lot of energy, then I must have drank. Drank is a word, right? Right? Okay. Then I drank Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So again, I just switched the order. Inverse, I'm going to take the original statement and add knots. So I'm going to, if I don't drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee, then I won't have a lot of energy. And then the contrapositive, I'm going to take the converse and I'm going to add knots. If I don't have a lot of energy, then I didn't drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And that's how we find the conditional statements and all the converse, inverse, contrapositive. Okay, so let's take a look at gosh, I can talk. Look at one more example. This is KFC. It's finger licking good. My statement is going to be, if you eat KFC chicken, then you won't need a napkin because you're going to lick your fingers. Okay, so for the converse, I'm going to switch the order. So if you don't need a napkin, then you are eating KFC chicken. Switch the order. Inverse, I'm going to add knots, but this one, if you notice, it already has a knot right here, won't. So I'm going to take away the knot in that situation. So I'm going to keep this order. If you don't eat KFC chicken, then you will need a napkin. So I got rid of the knot. I took it away. All right, and the last one, contrapositive. Again, I'm adding knots to the converse. So if you don't need, I got to take away the knot. If you do need a napkin, then you are not eating KFC chicken. So again, we're adding knots for here, we're adding knots for here. Oh gosh, I can't spell. All right, so I'll be back tomorrow if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, feel free to email me, and have a great day.